My name is Sue Weldon, and I'm the president and founder of Unite for Her. And I remember walking into those doors. I remember seeing Dr. Hopmer, and she's saying, Susan, you have a huge mass on your breast. And I didn't even notice. That was May the 4th of 2004. That was my surgery date, so I always count that date. My kids always say, May the 4th be with you, Mama. May the 4th, I had my surgery, bilateral mastectomy, and then 6 months of chemotherapy. That's when the challenges began. So that year, I had a dear friend come over and told me about acupuncture. I didn't want to go on any more drugs and prescriptions. I was on enough. So I took her advice and I walked through those doors. That saved my life, and it really started me on this path of understanding how these complementary therapies helped me heal that year. I went to this beautiful, inspiring event, and starting to feel like my old self. And I saw this young woman right across from me, and I'm like, all right, I wanted to connect with her and share everything that I've done and learned, and just be that voice for her and that support system for her. And she said, well, what did you do? You look so good. Tell me all about it. And I told her about the acupuncture and the yoga and the beautiful food and nutrition, and she started crying. She's like, well, good for you. I could never afford all that. And that's where I saw the gap. And I went home and said, all right, honey, we're going to start a nonprofit. I'm not quite sure what it looks like. We're going to raise funds so that these women could get these types of therapies without any financial or emotional burden.
We provide, fund, and deliver complementary therapies to women newly diagnosed with breast cancer, or we continue to help serve them if they have a re-diagnosis or they are living with metastatic or stage 4 disease. We come in where the medical community leaves off. We come in with medical acupuncture, oncology massage, yoga, nutrition, sexual health, counseling, such an array of therapies that are not covered by the standard of care. Unite for Her bridges that gap.
Everything we do is to get funding for those women at the Wellness Day.
Going to the Wellness Day was almost falling into this safety net, where the other women were very understanding of your situation because you had that in common.
I couldn't believe it. It just was like my gift. I came to one of their wellness programs where I got a passport. I used it. I got acupuncture, I got massages.
I had acupuncture and I had massages, and I talked to the nutritionist. Everything helped.
I actually slept through my acupuncture because I was so relaxed between the music, and you really don't feel the needles.
What I got from the yoga was just learning to be grateful for that moment, to be accepting of where my body was right then and there, and that was okay.
Our nutrition program is hands down one of the foundations of our programming, because we give all of our women fresh organic vegetables for 8 weeks to sort of teach them the power of plant-based diet.
What we eat is so much more than just putting fuel in our body. It's also allowing food to be a positive aspect of our life, because so many women in general, so many people in general have unhealthy relationships with food. So not only is it learning or teaching our community to have a positive relationship with food, but allowing it to be a point of empowerment.
I hated vegetables, and then they taught me how to roast vegetables, and all of a sudden I'm like, why has nobody told me that vegetables can taste this good?
Every event is really unique, and I feel really fortunate that I can just feel joy in every event.
Bloom really is special because it's a direct nod to our women, and it's just a direct chance for us to celebrate them and their stories and their journey.
I cried. It was crazy. Like, they said, oh, can you be a model? And the tears started coming down my face. The Bloom Day was one of the 10 best days of my life because I just felt so celebrated. I felt like it was just like a hurrah moment. Like, I got through this. I'm better than ever.
And everybody has a similar story, whether we treated their mom, their aunt, their teacher. Then they come out and they want to run for their loved one, so they go to our 5K. Then they form a team and they want to fund a woman, because they know if they fund a woman for $2,000, that's one more woman in our program. Now all of a sudden the goal is to fund 200 women, right, at this 5K, and then everybody forms teams.
So Ithaca College Unites for Her is a club on campus that works with all the varsity sports teams to help raise money and awareness for what Unite for Her does.
They are all incredible athletes to start, and they get so into this program. When they play for Unites for Her, there's just some like magic within them. Like they're playing for change, they're playing for something bigger, and the games just magically transform the audience.
So the very first event that I did with Unite for Her was the first Pink Invitational as a gymnast. It was my last year as a gymnast at the time. That was just really exciting for me, wearing the pink Leos. And that event's really special because every single team, every single gymnast wears the same Leo. So you really felt like you were part of a bigger cause.
That event alone raises about $600,000 for us. So these girls really are key to the success of Unite for Her. Unite for Her is really in a very exciting time where we are now looking to do a strategic plan to think about what's next. And we had 2 very successful pilots this past year, one being the ovarian pilot, which we were able to serve 55 women to see how it would feel to bring this community in and if we could sustain it, and we did very well doing so. And then we did Her Care Box, which is so exciting. It's our mission in a box where you can send Unite for Her's resources and like a virtual wellness day tour in a box to a woman that is newly diagnosed, so they can feel something that is more tangible and has really good resources that can help them heal, right delivered to their home.
I'm so thankful for Sue and this community, of the encouragement that they've brought in my life, which has then trickled down into my family life, and like I said, it's changed our whole family in so many ways.
Unite for Her is very unique in that it really cares for the woman and not the cancer.
No one in the Philadelphia area, let alone the nation that we know of, is doing what Unite for Her does.